What's up guys, welcome back for another YgoPro duel video. New Dragunity, yeah indeed, new Dragunity support was revealed a couple of days ago. It's on YgoPro, so let's try it out like always, right? Two new cards, one of them is a new tuner for Dragunities. It's at 1 of in the deck. It's very similar to Phalanx, again, their good old level tuner, level 2 tuner. It's somewhat different, like again, if you're like using it for, well, you have to use it for a synchro, well, if you go for a synchro summon, you have to use it for a synchro summon for a Dragunity monster, but the advantage that your Kuse, or the Kuse, however you want to pronounce it, has over Phalanx is Kuse can serve as a level 4 tuner as well, so very easily making your level 8 synchro, for example, your Barsha, I believe its name is, or if you have the level 6, the Mistletoe or something like that, you can instantly go for your Ascalon. It's like a Dark Arm Dragon, also a new Dragunity Synchro, a level 10 one. So again, it makes sense that your Ascalon is level 10 thanks to this new tuner, your Kuse. This main deck is heavily focused on OTKing. It's very similar to, you know, the current Link format decks, as in Plant Link Row, like spamming everything on the field, unless, you know, with Plant Links, it's all Link monsters. Well, with this deck, it's just spamming those. That one of extra deck monster in the form of a Link monster, Crystal Needle Fiber MVP, searching pretty much, you know, one of your most important cards, either Phalanx or your Kuse, your tuners, and of course opening up 2 spots to fill in with multiple synchro monsters, and cards like World Legacy Inheritor can definitely help with that. I think you need to main deck multiple Designators from the grave, since this deck gets ruffle stomped by hand traps, and again, that's something that you really don't want, right? Might make some changes in the near future with the hand traps in the main deck, but again, it's just to showcase the new support. So let's not waste any more time, let's hop into the first duel. Okay, first example, I think I go second here, and again, since it's quite obvious that Dragunities, and that hasn't changed with this new support, is Dragunities don't really want to go first. Well, if you go first, it's again really awkward, right? Which board you should establish with this new level 2 tuner and your Ascalon, your Dark Arm Dragon for Dragunities. The level 10 one, again, it's also not really a card you want to put on your first turn on the field. Well, it has like a floater effect to special when it's like destroyed by your opponent, either by battle or by card effect. You can special summon any Dragunity monster, well, synchro monster from your extra deck, if I'm not mistaken, but that's not really, wow, that's not really that fantastic. So a possible first turn of like Needle Fiber into Crystal Wing seems like an okay opening move, especially for this deck, right? I've seen a couple of builds not main decking Atum, well, in case of, you know, the new Dragunity deck, but I think Atum is still very nice, right? You can search your Red MD from the deck, and Red MD can special summon everything on the field. Red MD is also an extra monster to Link summon, well, to upgrade your Link stuff, possibly go for Skulldeed or your Borilo Dragon, for example, and with Inheritor, your World Legacy monster reborn, you know, just like reborn your Red Eyes again, reborn something, you're just floating the field, again, really clutch, right? But as I mentioned before, this new support, the Dragunity Synchro and the new level 2 tuner, doesn't really solve the core problems that Dragunities have currently, right? Very weak, especially the normal summon is quite important. Although you're playing a lot of extenders like the World Chalice monster reborn, you have Destrudo as an extender to go into Needle Fiber and possibly special summon a Dragunity monster on the field, and that leaves you open to go for that level 6 special summon, and again, you know, just try to extend your plays. This opening move of Needle Fiber Crystal Wing is decent, but as you saw, like, Raigeki just deals with it. But yeah, that's not really an argument, right? Raigeki deals with a lot of boards, but still, mass removal, just like that, it's gone, right? Curious into Minerva, and I believe he already has a Fairy Tail in his graveyard, so yep, that's definitely more than enough to just attack for a game. So again, GG, well played. Again, as I mentioned before, you don't really want to go first, right? Really awkward which board should you establish, and you'd rather want to go second, possibly OTK, and of course get the 6th card, which might be like an extra extender or something like that. The Curious, well, I wasn't planning on using Ghost Ash or Ash Blossom, apologies. But you know, I don't really want to let him set up the Fairy Tail in his graveyard, so I had to Ash Blossom there, and hopefully no hand trap in his case. Yep, and you know, a couple of card combinations, especially with Dasgust, instantly access to Needle. Again, Needle Fiber is so busted, especially in this particular deck, like searching another Dragunity monster, and that can be crucial if you're going for something like, what is it called, Barsha, the level 8 Synchro monster, you know, equipping all those Dragunity tuners, like 2 or 3 duet and then special summon everything on the field, link summon, etc. So again, quite disgusting. Another example against Burning Abyss. The opponent gets to start, eventually is going to have like a decent start, but only one form of defense, no Beatrice. So that's always, well, nice for me, right? But definitely expecting a hand trap. But Called by the Grave definitely helps for this. No Ducks or Dukes, again, however you want to pronounce it. I like Divine Lens, it's Divine Lens, right? Again, extending your place. Well, yeah, Needle Fiber is definitely going to get Ash Blossom, but nope, Called by the Grave is going to negate it, and now it's free to special summon everything on the field, and thanks to Ascalon, the level 10, I can banish everything from my opponent, dodging all the Burning Abyss effects. Keep upgrading, go for Skull Deed. Might be important again, getting that extra attack boost thanks to Skull Deed, and keep upgrading thanks to, you know, Ascalon, Red MD and Gaia Dragon. Eventually banish everything and just attack for a game thanks to Ascalon. Pretty much opening, clearing the way, right, to attack for a game. Another example, this time I go first, again not really too optimal, but we have to go for it, right? And again, as I mentioned before, one hand trap and your engine is, well, busted, right? Well, I'd rather get Ash Blossomed, rather, yeah, in comparison with Ghost Ogre, right? Ogre immediately destroying the ravine, but now I still have a possible play for next turn, like searching out the Ducks for example, and getting like a tuner from the deck depending what my draw is. Drawing 2 Ducks, that's all good. Using Ravine, I was thinking for a couple of minutes, but eventually tried to go for Display. He does have a Fog Blade, but again have that nice extender in the form of Divine Lens, and keep upgrading. Go for Needle Fiber, Inhibitor, I believe, yeah, the Monster Reborn, that's one time what to say. Go for Barsha, and that's so cool, right? Especially summoning the 3 tuners. Go for Ascalon by banishing, or at least eventually banishing the 2 Burning Abyss monsters on the side of the field. No reason, I believe, to use a Boreal Dragon. I didn't see any use, right, rather go for damage, but I didn't think I had the option to put Crystal Wing on the field as well. That definitely would have been very nice to stop, or at least prevent my opponent from, well, putting like a nice board here, since now he should be able to attack for game. Not really sure if he had the option. He's eventually going for the rank 4 Exceed, can't really remember the name, you know, the what's it called, the Dark Rebellion, that's the name, but well, next turn, as you see here, he has the Fog Blade in hand, which is going to set, and there is nothing really that can save me here. Sure, I can use the field spell again to search out Ducks, but the normal summon, at least the effect, will eventually be negated by Fog Blade, and that's GG, well played. Yep, no follow-up player. That's true, that would have been cool, but nope, that's not the case. Last example against ABCs, the opponent again gets to start. You're definitely, or at least you need to play hand traps, right? Ghost Ogre, Ash Blossom, maybe Infinite Transience, that's definitely also an option. I use Ogre, he has Ash Blossom, but Monster Reborn again saves the day. Special summon the level 6 one, keep upgrading for Needle Fiber, special summoning the new tuner, and go for Ascalon indeed to banish the face down. There is no option to go for Crystal Wing, otherwise I would have gone for Crystal Wing. I believe there is no option, unless I'm missing something. Well, anyway, yeah, Needle Fiber definitely good to potentially go for DG Wonder Magician. Well, if he has like a field spell, Wonder Magician will deal with that, and now again it's just special summon everything on the field and eventually attack for a game. So I'm satisfied with the build, but like always, feel free to leave suggestions, Dragunities with this new support. Again, as I mentioned before, it doesn't really solve the core problems the deck has. Weak to its normal summon. If you can stop the normal summon, it might be a little bit iffy, although there are some extenders you can use, like the Lance, for example. Destrudo extends your plays, the level 6, of course, so well, it's all fine. And, you know, Designator from the Grave is a new card that can definitely help your deck with that. yeah, other than that, well, Red Reboot might also, well, I think it's perfect for the side deck. Card of, what is it called? The draw card? Cards of Consonance, I believe the name is. I don't know, it's again very weak to your opponent's Ash Blossom, but I'm also not running too many tuners, and it's also not that optimal, like using the field spell, using Ravine to just search out like Phalanx to discard it off of your Cards of Consonance. That's not really too convenient. You'd rather want to, you know, search Ducks, for example, and go from there, but that's up to you. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.